afternoon, my MPP peeps. What a wild, woolly, crazy, insane day that was. We haven't seen a day like that in a long time. It was actually quite a lot of fun to watch and to be a part of. My accounts were actually very, very green because we were able to, like I said in this morning's stretch, it's times like these, if you keep a cool head about you, you play with risk management, you can make money in these opportunities. Today, we did just that. We dropped down, got all the way down here. I was looking for maybe this 37.81 to get hit and possibly this 38.52 to hold as support. It did not. We came all the way down here and touched 3,800, I believe, 38.05. Nearly this back to this uptrend line that had started at the March lows, and the bulls came rushing in and bought this dip like crazy. I noticed it. If you go to the VIX, I tweeted this out. I said the VIX's reaction to this pullback is laughable. Laughable. It could not even get above the 200 SMA and hold. There's no fear still in this market. There really is no underlying reason for the selling to happen. It was all just profit taking because there wasn't anything fear-based that was drawing people out of their investments. It was just, hey, I feel like taking profits now. I've been in this thing since near the March lows. I'd rather just hand it back to retail who stupidly bought this last wave higher. That's what smart money did, and it's why smart money is smart money. Okay, there was no fear, it was just pure profit taking, and that's what I like to see, and it's why it gave me confidence in the plays I made today. So if you go back to, let's go back to the SPX. So where do we go from here? We have today's low as reference now. It's 38.05. We have the 10 SMA just ahead of us, which is 39.11. We have the 0.618 retrace from this high to the low today at 38.95. We're below both of those. To give me confidence that, hey, we've bottomed and we're not going to do some sort of B wave retrace with a C wave down to this 37.81 level and this uptrend line, I need to see a close in the next couple days above this 10 SMA. If that happens, I'm gonna start getting very confident and start to get very long this market for a ride to 39.80, possibly 41.60. But we need to make sure it's not going to be one of these double bottom scenarios. Okay, one of these B wave, get everyone excited, and then rip your heart out down to 0.236 retrace, down to this 37.81. This 10 SMA is going to be our guide moving forward. If we can close above, I'm looking for higher. If we stay below, we leave the door open for another lower low to retest this 37.80 level. All right, so that's the game plan moving forward. You got the Qs here, had a nice rally today after a disgusting sell-off, but if you were following, you were able to make some money on this. We sold the 310 puts. I thought it would find support at 310. Look what it did. Bottomed at 311. Boom, bingo, made 75% on those short puts, closed them this afternoon. Between this put sell and this put sell in Tesla, I was looking at the 600 puts. I thought it would find support at 615. Look where it found support, 619. Boom. Made 75% on this short put sell as well at the 600 strike. So between those two short put sells, I pretty much made my week back. I'm almost even on the week thanks to these two plays. And that is just knowing where we are. Okay, we're at oversold levels, looking at the VIX, seeing that the VIX was showing no fear. And I knew this was just profit taking. And at some point, these names are going to bounce at one of these Fibonacci retraces, which they both did. So we took that chance. I thought the bet was good, and it turned out to be good based on that information. A few other names we went in today. Amazon. Near the 200 SMA, went in full position in the growth system, which is a 3/8 position. I think this one could have bottomed today. Okay, this could finally have gotten to a level where buyers are willing to come in at this 200 and could finally get this thing moving in the right direction. If it doesn't, we got in, I think, around 31.20, and the 200 SMA is at 30.66. You know, that's maybe 2% below where we bought. It's going to be a paper cut if we get stopped out. But the reward, guys, is this 3,900. Look at all that white space as reward, and look at this tiny little space for risk. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that great risk reward level. Got that in Amazon today. Another one I felt was a good one is this BIGC. Okay, this is one I've been watching for a while. It's a CML Pro name. Went down to all-time lows today, but then hammer candled up, and I went ahead and bought, I think, around 60, right around 60, when it started showing support at this 53 level. Went ahead and bought, and I'm in this thing for the long term as a growth system play, going for, where is it? Sorry, hold on one second. I think it's around 220. Going for the 1.618 retrace from low, yeah, 227. Okay, that's what we're going for in this BIGC. So my stop is a close below the all-time low of 53.19, and my reward is 227. So very nice risk reward in this trade right here. Some names we want to get in and started to sell puts in order to do so. This DDOG actually came down hammered right off the 200 SMA. We sold the, I think, March 90 puts. Already very green on those. And if this continues to hold this 200 SMA, maybe by Friday, I'll go ahead and close those puts for a win and go ahead and buy a 3/8 position in this name in the growth system. Just not even try to wait to try to get this 90 level. Just go ahead and get in if we can continue to show support at this 200 and hold it throughout the week. You look at GOGO, sold these puts, the 8 puts. I think it has great support in this area, but I would love to get at this 8 level. Don't know if we get it, but I wouldn't mind getting paid at least a little something while I wait to see if it can get there. And then if it doesn't, I'll just take my profits in the short 8 puts. And I think those were the April 8s that I shorted. I'll take the profits there and then jump in long in the growth system if it looks like we're not getting down to the 200. But I at least want to give it a chance. I want to give it a chance to come down here a little bit more so I can get it closer to the 200 to lower my risk, increase my reward. Another one I'm looking at doing this with is VEEV. Really like this VEEV. Came down here near the low of this consolidation box that it's been in for, seems like forever now, 6-7 months. Sold the puts down here. I sold the 260 puts. And this is another one that if it starts to show support at this 200 and doesn't look like it's going to get near it, I'll close those short puts for the win and go ahead and jump in this thing long with my stop being a close below the 200 SMA on Friday. Okay. But this one I think could easily get to 400, especially if it breaks these highs right here after this long consolidation. I think could run pretty quick. So that's another one that I'm looking at to get in the growth system. And then there are so many names. I just did a scan. There are just so many names, guys. Some strong names that we've traded before that are now back down to levels where they're buyable once again. I need to do a little more research. I need to look at see what's getting call buying. What big money is buying, and where our best chance to make money is. Because if this market is bottomed, and if we're heading to S&P 3980, 4160, we're going to make a ton of money after all these stocks that have been overheated and now dropped and are setting up to buy once again. There is a lot of money to be made on this next wave, and I'm super excited about it. So I'll be doing a lot of that research tonight, and we'll hopefully have some new dip buying names tomorrow, at least to watch. And we're still in this X, by the way. This is our last dip buying name we're in, and held the 10 SMA. I'm still looking for this 21. So we're still in X. Got stopped out of a couple names today, QS, FDX. That's fine. We made money on those, got stopped out. And this is our last dip buying name that we still own. And now I think it's time to load up in the dip buying portfolio. So I encourage you to tune in tomorrow for the stretch if you want to get those names right off the bat. And and I think, if this market's bottomed, there's a big opportunity to make some money. All right, let's go look at the Bitcoin real fast before we go. Still in this below the 10 SMA, hasn't found, like, I would say, any kind of bottoming look to it yet. So we're going to need to wait a couple days, see if this 47,000, 43,000 holds. Okay, we need to wait a few days to see. And then if it starts to show signs of life and breaks above this downtrend line that's forming right here, I might just jump back in to a couple coins that I sold, about, 3 weeks back. And then R0 still has the GBTC that I'm hoping, can end up turning around before Friday so we can make money on that. But right now, still iffy. The situation is still iffy in Bitcoin. All right, guys, any questions, any names that you see you like, or anything you want me to go over? Nothing? Okay. All right. Well, like I said, opportunity abounds. And I'm just going to look tonight to see where the best opportunity lies. I'll share that with you tomorrow. Until then, don't trade for thrills. Just consistently make those dollar bills. See you guys.